bring her in. Here we go. Hello, welcome. So, welcome. This is your place. Nino.
Nice to meet you.
Is it Grace
Hi.
or Grace? Grace. Okay.
Careful.
My name at all.
Yes.
This is my given name. My father can
Okay.
put the name on me.
So close. Try to speak into the microphone.
Hey, hey.
Peter, you got this?
Nice to meet you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we have Grace joining us here at the Haysal podcast. By the way, anybody who has questions online. Okay, here we have somebody who just arrived. He joined a bit late. He says, "What's the name of the movie?" He just arrived. He just saw the podcast. He just joined the stream. So, what's the full title of the movie?
The title is Ndoto ya Samira, which means Samira's dream.
Right.
You can actually maybe send him the trailer if you have it.
Yeah, I can. I will definitely later. We will re-upload the whole stream, and then we will
Yes.
include all the
Yes.
links.
Yes.
And well, we were just finishing up about your risk taking that it was 10 years basically that you were shooting the movie.
No,
Right.
7.
7. Okay.
7. Yeah.
7 years.
But overall,
what kept you going? Like we said, this
What kept-
drive. What
what
kept
kept
you
me
going?
going?
Right. Yeah.
well, if you start something, you have to finish it, no matter
Well,
what.
okay. But 7 years shooting a movie. I mean, that's
Because I don't know. Because actually, I was helped by the fact that I never really got official finance.
right.
So having financed it by myself, like 60% of it, I did it with my own time.
Right.
So that I was free, in a way. So nobody was giving me deadline, and slowly, until I managed to reach a point where I said to myself, okay, this is the right time to finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I would have loved to finish it maybe 2-3 years earlier, obviously. But, and I feels like, all of a sudden it feels like, it had to be that way.
Right.
So I don't even question anymore.
Mm.
Like, until 6 months ago, I was in the middle of the, crisis and in the throes of mystical crisis. Now, all of a sudden, those 7 years seems like a distant and seems like, no big deal.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, so,
All right, so I would like to have a few more questions for you, of course. But now let's maybe introduce Grace and see. First of all,
I would like to talk about something that he mentioned. But okay.
Right. Okay.
Go on.
Sure. No, we will pick up there. But first of all, you just arrived, so maybe our viewers are asking, who are you?
Which camera should I?
You're on this
put?
camera.
Okay. So nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Grace Guzman. I'm an artist. And yeah, born in Colombia, I live in Spain, and I'm also a dancer, an actress. I've done a movie too, and many short films. And yeah, I'm so happy to be for holidays here in Rome.
Well, welcome to Rome. You just
Thank
arrived
you.
fresh from the Colosseum, I hear.
Yeah, I'm an empath, and which means that I collect the energy, like I can pick up the energy that it doesn't doesn't belong to me.
Right.
And I'm like, for real, a lot of things happened there.
Really? What happened?
No, with the war and everything.
Okay, you mean like, okay.
That the
history.
energy really touched me. Like
Okay.
I'm feeling like, ooh, but yeah.
Wow.
This is Rome, so of course,
It's the first time you're here?
first time.
Then it's
in
probably
Italy.
overwhelming the first time. It's a lot to take in.
I'm starting to travel the world a little. I've been in Portugal a few days ago, and now I'm here in Italy.
Nice.
And I want to go to France too. So yeah.
Nice. So what question did you have for Nino?
No, and more than the question, I understand. I sometimes I think the ego is like the ego is just constructed by the society
Mm-hmm.
and family, and what family and society make us believe is that we have to do and be productive and successful to be just worthy of something. Sometimes we push ourselves a lot to have to see results, but it takes what it takes. It's about timing. It's just. And I did a movie too, like 2 years and a half ago too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only when you just make the movie, you have to have money to post-product the production and the sound and everything that you need. So it's like, of course, it's not going to take just 1 year to.
No,
That's
sure.
obviously.
It's true.
I mean, finding
Yes,
funds
it's
is a really difficult process. I mean, you did your first documentary. I'm not sure if it's the first, but the one that you did before, Chippers, which had quite some success in Ireland. Maybe you can tell a bit about what is the backstory of Chippers, which is quite interesting actually, because it involves both Italians and the Irish.
Well, yeah, it's a story of emigration that defies the very same definition of emigration. Basically, I told the story of some Italians who emigrated from a very impoverished village in the south of Italy, and late 1800s went to France first, then England, and then they learned the fish and chip trade in Scotland, and they introduced the fish and chip culture into Ireland. So basically, and actually were really successful. So basically, it's a story of some Italian who found America in a very poor land like Ireland, like it was 100 years ago. And it's
very interesting.
I mean, it's like, it talks about immigration in a very light-hearted way, if you know what I mean. Because there's a couple of, ironies. The first one is actually they emigrated. They made it in a poor country, so to speak. And the second is they introduced, Italian food, but they adapted completely, and they did a job that the Irish people wouldn't like to do, because it entailed having to deal with long hours in the shop and feed the drunk Irish customers at 2:00 in the morning, and these Italians coming from Valle di Comino, and they're particularly endowed with strength, mental and physical strength. So
imagine all these Italian immigrants arriving there, and I mean, Italian food culture is very rich. I think Latin American food culture is also quite rich, but arriving in Ireland, to my Irish friends, I mean, we love the Guinness and everything there, and the food as well, the fish. But it's a different culture. I'm sure that there was a lot amiss, and so they introduced the culture. But it must have been a cultural shock arriving there. Imagine getting back there. It was probably poorer times, so they had less resources here too. But getting there, and the choices that you have here in food, and getting there, and just like. Yeah. It's a bit different.
Beans on toast.
It's a bit different.
Yes.
Must have been a huge shock. Speaking of immigration, I mean, you are originally from Colombia, right?
Yeah, original from Colombia.
But you were raised in Spain, or you decided to leave one day?
Yeah, it's a little long, short story. Could be.
We got time. It's a podcast.
Okay, okay. I was in a reality show in Colombia, and I was till here, like, done with my kind of the collective consciousness of my country. I guess we all maybe complain about the problematics that each country or our countries has, but personally, the collective consciousness of my country is that if you're gonna get to the climb, I'm going to push you down, and you're going to fall, and I don't want you to be successful. It's like very envy. And it's
very similar in Italy, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was,
in my opinion,
after my participation in this reality show, of course, I jumped into the fame. So Colombia was talking about me in the moment. I was like topic trending in Twitter in those days, and then I got.
When was that? How many years ago?
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Just when you started.
7 years ago, and then I was in a cover of magazine, and they all talking about what I was done, and I decided to I didn't decide really. I just think that universe put me out of Colombia and said, you need Europe right now. And so I've been living in Spain for 1.5 years now. Thanks my mother, because she's Spanish. And so I have
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're set.
I'm
and you're set where? In Madrid or Barcelona?
No, I'm there in Malaga, which is like a colony of British people, because we speak in English there mostly.
Wow.
In Marbella.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I think I traveled
No.
through Malaga, but I
Because
Wow.
Gibraltar is part of UK.
UK.
Sure.
So Gibraltar is very close to Marbella.
Okay.
And once you are in Marbella, everybody speaks
okay.
to you in English.
That's-
Like, of course, you find Spanish people, but
Right.
if you get to a store, they're going to say hello.
And what made you go there in the first place? Because of the language?
No, I got there because my mother lived there many
Okay.
years ago.
Okay.
She's been in Spain for 22 years, but in Malaga, like 7 years.
Okay.
But that was perfect because I only sing in English, so I don't I don't sing songs in Spanish. So what am I gonna do in real Spain? I'm in a colony of
Sure.
British people, so that's perfect for me because I have jobs and I can sing here and there, so it's okay.
Is that a constant decision that you sing in English, or
Y-
is
okay.
it like because you want to reach more people, or does it come natural to you to sing in English?
I was born in Colombia, but I
Right.
was raised with my father,
Mhm.
and my father is used to be an English teacher,
Okay.
and he raised me with all those kind of Anglo music, like pump it up, pump the jam, pump it, and tell it to my heart, and all that kind of Black American culture. Oh my God, I feel it in my heart. I love this music, and this is the kind of music my soul expresses,
Mhm.
express everything. So everything that is gospel and melismas and all that Black vibe. It's like, I don't know, I may be Latina, kind of a little white, but I'm very Black in my music. So
Okay.
I was raised in that music, and that's why I sing in English.
Mhm.
Yeah, I sing R&B, soul. So
Wow.
But
Yeah.
Spanish still is your main your
yes,
your
of course I speak.
native.
I speak Spanish perfectly, but in Marbella is most of the time you speak in English.
And so,
Okay.
do you have a routine that you do, like a vocal training every day, or once a
Yes.
week, or like do you have kind of a routine there, or
Yeah, I used to
what's
rehearsal.
your days look like?
I used to rehearsal every day,
Mm.
like 5 hours when I was a teenager.
Wow.
I almost went very bad at school because at the age of 12 I started to real singing every day.
Mhm.
Since then I sing. I'm very young still. And so since I was 12 years old I've been singing. But now I sing like 2 hours each every 2 days.
Mhm.
I rehearsal and I do my. So yeah, I was in this reality show, and
What's the name of the reality show? Because
I was impersonating Christina Aguilera,
okay.
and I was the number 14 in the finalist
Mhm.
people, the finalist. But I had got I reminiscence like all the drama and all the oops she showed her bum, oops she showed this, and oops she's dating this guy, or oops she fight with this girl, all that kind of
But are these things scripted? Like, do they give you points
kind
that
of
you have to
kind
follow?
of it's like insinuation, like suggestion,
Create
like,
a bit of drama here
yeah,
and there.
they
so
make people really fight, like
they do it on purpose. So.
yeah, and you finally at the end of the day, like you have no choice.
Mm.
Like for example, if you have ever have been in a reality show, you know that you have to speak about people.
Right.
It's like I'm the artist.
You can
you're-
swear on this podcast, by the way. It's marked as explicit, so you can say whatever you want.
Yeah. So they say, for example, what do you think about this girl? And yeah, she's good. No, tell the truth. Like they push you to
Okay.
speak shit about people.
Unfortunately, that's what people like to
Yeah.
watch. Like I had a podcast
Yeah.
once that was a bit more dramatic, where where emotions were coming out
Mhm.
with one of my guests, and that's the most watched video I have right now. Like people like the drama, they like the human. Unfortunately, that's the way it works.
Yeah, but I am very competitive. I'm really sometimes can be bitchy, but a good bitchy because at
Okay.
the end of the day,
What's a
Uh,
good bitchy?
yes, at the end of the day, I have my heart, and I was like playing a little more like a bad gal, and I wasn't. So it make people believe that I was just superficial and silly and this kind of blonde girl who doesn't really know much and can sing. And I was impersonating a big artist as star like Christina Aguilera.
Right.
Yeah.
So that brought me a lot of traumas. Like I was not a good singer, and I was showing up all the time my body, and because in Colombia the people is small-minded, unfortunately. But after that I started to like woke up my consciousness, like awakening of the consciousness.
Right.
So thanks all that situations, I'm evolving, and I'm just bringing this kind of message to the world to be like unify and to dissolve any
How?
with love. You only dissolve fears, your own fears, with love, and once you are compassionate with and kind with yourself, you understand that the other it's being really aggressive because it's coming from the same place you were once. So I'm trying to be compassionate and show light in my social media since then. Since like 4 years and a half, I totally changed the person that I was. I'm not like the person people in Colombia met once.
Right.
And so it's been a long journey since then. And I'm growing up and I'm learning, and I'm definitely a better singer than those days.
Okay.
That's my kind of short little long story.
But you try to show love. So in social media, so you mean you kind of change the tenor of what you present, how you present it, and the messages that you want to spread with the people to your followers, basically. So you feel more of also a sense of responsibility, I suppose.
I
to
used
what
to
you
feel
say?
the responsibility to be like a role model, but
Right.
sorry, but fucked up. That's not like I
Nobody's
told you.
perfect.
No, like ego is the one that makes you believe that you should play a role, like you have a character. Oh, now you are the good girl, so make people believe that you are really, really nice. But no, because we not Jesus, we not should put the other shit.
Of course.
Hit me, come on, hit me, because
Of course.
that's not self-love. That's actually comes from ego. We have to be respectful and true to ourselves, and just be the best versions we can be for ourselves. And when you are trying to be best person for yourself, then we can all have a better place to live.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's important that you accept yourself with all the good and the bad parts, because some people have, when I was talking about social media, they have the perfect social media feed and always smiling. I have a friend of mine.
I used to smile in every single
I
photo.
have a friend of mine. He goes to California often, and he told me, like, how the fuck is it possible that all people are always smiling the whole time? This is not normal, you know. You're sad sometimes. You are a bit depressed or down sometimes. You have
I used to suffer a lot of depression.
And if you suppress these things, it will even go deeper and deeper, and then eventually it will come down in a very bad way, I suppose.
Yeah, I really committed to take my life
back. What's your star sign?
At the age of 18, I wanted to jump out of the balcony, but I thought in that moment, when I was like half body in the other side and half body in the apartment, I thought, no, this is I needed to be more high, right? Because I can be alive after this, and
So was that the moment?
Why I didn't do that, actually.
Jesus.
Yes.
Was that the moment that you decide? Like, was that the wake up call for you?
That was the first time that I tried to take my life, but
it's okay. We can talk about it.
But no, I woke up when I break through the thing that was a fake thing to try to please the people. When I had enough of smile in every photo, and I still do not. I don't know, but it's like something that your parents put in your unconscious or subconsciousness, like smile for the photo. Say hello to your neighbors, or do this and do that. And
right.
It's like something that pops up, and you don't realize. And like 4 years and a half, that was the moment when I really said, okay, no more.
And so what do you do to kind of go deeper inside yourself? Do you meditate? Do you use
I meditate, I do yoga. Yeah, definitely I'm really different than some years ago. Because I'm still the diva. Because Christina Aguilera, Beyonce. They're empowered woman. And diva to me is not. It is just for me, no. It is just to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
Is not the bad person who believes that it's more, because if you think that you're really more than somebody else, it's because you're not really confident.
Right.
So it's tricky. So it's you are confident and you show your divine, show your nymph, show that sexual energy, the creation, because sexual is not only about sex but creation.
Right.
And but also connect with people, because when you speak your truth, people can connect with your truth.
Right.
When you speak about the immigrants and the whole story, it touched your heart at the end of the day. So that's what I try to do, just be true with myself, and I try to put it out there. And
Right.
yeah.
So Nino, what do you meditate? Did you ever try?
I tried. I'm not very disciplined.
No?
Sometimes I do. Actually, I do realize that actually it's good for you.
No, it is definitely
It's
good
terrifying.
for you.
Terrifying as well.
Yeah, it is.
Terrifyingly good. Why terrifying?
Because when for example, I just close my eyes and I'm feeling overwhelmed or excited with the anxiety, and I try to calm down.
Right.
I come to the thing that each cloud, as they say it is, it's something that is trying to catch your attention, because it's something that you must face and that you must feel in order to release it. You feel it, you deal with it, and you let it go. So to let it go, you have to walk through the fire, So that's why I say it's terrifying sometimes. Because, for example, why am I feeling anxiety? Oh, because I'm trying to please people. Why am I trying to please people? Oh, because I want to feel like someone loves me, or oh, because why? And then it's a lot of things that you have to
You're kind of
deal.
unfolding it layer by layer, and you get
exactly.
deeper and deeper into your
That's why
own
for
self.
me it's
Well,
terrifying.
Sure, because you never know what you're going to discover when you start digging, That's true. So
So it's
meditation,
terrifying, yes.
what do you do then? I mean,
I shout when
You
I'm by
shout,
myself,
okay. Really?
Amazing.
I've accumulated a lot of frustrations because of the film. I realize I still have my body's still feel of a lot of
tension.
yes. And it's gonna take
But how do you let off
another
steam
2
then?
years.
Right.
Awesome. I wish I could just yell or something.
I do that often actually when I the last winter, for example, I spent purposely some time by myself, like an eremit in the countryside in southern
Right.
Italy. A lot of running, walking, and writing, and I had animals to look after, and that was very curing, therapeutic, as they say. But having said that, I'm still.
We all have that.
Yes. Yeah.
I was reading the other day about Osho. You know Osho?
Osho meditation.
Yeah,
is that the
because
guy that the
Osho is
dances
not-
also?
But
No.
Osho is not.
Is it Kundalini meditation?
No,
No.
Osho speaks that Buddha. He's not like supporting Buddha. Buddha is like the Buddhism, something like that.
Buddhism, yeah.
Buddhism, because he says that Galam, I don't remember the name of that guy, but it's not just to repress your emotions, but actually
Let it
feel
go.
it and
Yeah, yeah.
scream it, and because if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't express your
I do that every day, believe me.
because if you don't express that you're really angry or mad,
Exactly.
then you're going to be hurtful with yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I recognize that I do lack in discipline. For example, each time I know that the way out, or at least the way of, would be to stick to a sort of routine. And I'm
No routine there?
No.
Procrastination. No?
One is procrastination, and I don't know. I improvise.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So there is a pattern in my life, but it's subconscious. It's led by my subconscious, which is actually dangerous now that I think about it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm learning from you right now.
But
well, I think routine is great. Not routine in the sense of, routine is the wrong word, but have some kind of a framework.
Schedule.
Yeah. I think that really helps to
A schedule. Yes.
get things
it's true.
done, but then create a routine out of it. not that it becomes boring, but that it becomes something natural, you know.
Mm.
So certain things, in my experience and for myself, then everybody has probably their own approach. But for me,
Yeah.
having a certain schedule, a time when you wake up, and certain things that you do before you start certain other things,
Yeah.
kind of gives you a strong foundation, so you can get more things done, I believe.
Yes. Yes. It's true.
But then everybody again has their own approach. So maybe sometimes the organic chaos can sometimes be more creative. Maybe.
What about your diet?
My diet.
Sorry if I ask you these personal questions.
No, it's okay. You said that we were just talking.
Exactly.
I don't really have a diet, but I really avoid eating animals
Mm-hmm.
because it started really with as I told you in the beginning about Rome.
Right.
I'm an empath, so I pick up the energy of things and
Mhm.
people and animals and places and everything, and so I started to feel the energy of the animal inside. So I felt like, oh, I can really eat more red meal.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I eat chicken,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the only animal that I'm still eventually eating.
Right.
So that's why I
So reduced it a
but-
lot. Let's say you didn't quit completely, but you
Quit it,
reduced it by a lot.
yes. I reduce it. Another animal, no milk, no yogurt.
Hmm.
But I eat a lot. When you serve me, please serve me a lot because I'm gonna eat a
Well,
lot.
then you're in the right country.
I eat
Definitely.
a lot of fruits too. Veggies in the morning,
Mm.
like banana with spinach, or celery with strawberries.
Mm.
Yeah. that's-
Celery with strawberries. Huh.
Yes, it tastes good because you mix the sweet with a little
Okay.
green.
You
and-
chop it and you
Yeah, blend
you blend it.
Mm.
Blend it, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
and blend
Like a
and
smoothie.
That's
Nice.
a smoothie, a green
Celery and
smoothie.
strawberry.
Right.
I have to try
It
that.
could be one of celery, a little of spinach,
Mhm.
strawberry like for just your hand in
Yeah.
one banana,
Mm.
and yummy in the morning with the empty stomach.
What about you? Do you have any specific diets? Diet.
Well, the past 2 months I was in Africa for work, and I broke the routine that I started off
Mm.
last year. Because I had completely cut off meat and fish.
Oh, amazing! The
I-
same thing.
I cut the milk, and I start taking alga spirulina in the morning.
Oh, I heard about
Do you
that.
know
Yes,
it?
Yes, I have vegan friends, of course,
Yeah.
and they also.
my girlfriend used to buy those for a while.
Yeah, in powder.
Yeah, exactly, and
powder.
then put it into smoothies or whatever. You can
Yeah.
mix it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't wait to restart this routine actually,
Mhm.
which it was actually broken off because of my travelings
Okay.
in Africa. I was in places where I could get the
Do you feel lighter, or how? What difference do you feel, or is it just healthier? You don't notice the difference.
healthier. No, much healthier, stronger.
Energetic, more energy.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, occasionally I drink wine, but I mean that's the. of
Gotta
course,
enjoy life
yeah.
somehow. Times, you know.
Exactly. But yeah, I am becoming extremely conscious of the past 2-3 years
Mm.
that humanity would gain a lot from refraining ourselves from eating
Okay. Let's see
animals.
if Peter. Hey, Peter.
For sure.
Hey,
Do you have any specific diets, Peter?
I'm a college kid. What do you think?
A college kid. Okay, well, that probably means no.
I think eating out of the dining hall, you don't really get much variety, especially if you're trying to be healthy.
Right. I mean, at that age, to be honest, I was not taking much care of it either.
Living in Italy though for the past 3 months, I've eaten really good food. I mean, like, but I don't understand how people here are still so like fit compared to the States, because all it is carbs. It's like pasta, pizza. Like, I just don't understand.
Well, but it's not just really pasta. It's like a little bit of pasta, and then you have all kinds of veggies around it, or it's not just pizza and pasta that we eat here. It's there's thousands of ways we eat pasta, but not just fat.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, personally, I was big for a while ago into fasting, like 16-hour fasts.
Like once a week.
I even did it 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
No, but 16-hour fasts.
16 hours.
16 hours. It means you
Okay.
don't eat for a time window of 16 hours,
That's good.
and then you can eat within 8 hours. And it's not hard. it's easy,
It's
very easy
possible.
actually, because just stop eating in the evening and then start eating it again
Yeah.
in the morning. I think it's a very very personal thing, so I don't think it's for everybody. But I noticed I was much more awake, much more energetic, especially in the morning, and I'm also doing sports while I do the fasting, and so I try to push myself even harder, and I find the right results also even better when I do the fasting. I haven't been doing it now for a while, but I think I will get back, especially in the winter time when the risk is higher to eat a bit more unhealthy things. And but generally, just if I don't fast 3 times, already eating more regularly, that was
Mhm.
a big thing for me, because I always used to
Metabolism
eat.
is faster.
Yeah, I always used to eat whenever,
Mhm.
and now I try to eat in regular times, and I think that also makes a big
We
difference.
three were eating better now.
Yeah, we're all well done, everybody.
Yeah.
I think it comes along though when getting more mature, I suppose, because I remember the things I ate many years ago, and the way I ate them, and how much, and the quantities and the quality of it. Like for example, I eat not so much meat, but I still eat meat. But I have a butcher, and I know the butcher, and I know that the animals that he has, chicken for example, they are free roaming chickens, so
Ah,
they're
okay.
supposedly happy chickens,
That's good.
so they're not trapped inside these huge cages and being mistreated. I mean, still animals being killed, but in the end,
Yeah.
but they are, let's say, I feel better about it, knowing that they were happy before they got killed. I don't know. Um,
I don't know. I don't just
Right.
I don't want to judge anything because
oh yeah,
no.
we all are our own paths to discover and explore, and we have to have our own times to explore these things. So yeah,
So no, I want to ask you: do you write songs?
I do write songs. I love it's something natural that it comes to me. For example, I'm just walking in the park. I'm just absorbing the energy of the nature, and just suddenly some lines like lyrics come to my mind, and I just started. It's at the age of 14 years old I started to write my first songs.
Okay.
And
Are you
also
preparing an album now? Are you releasing an album? What's the story?
I'm not releasing right now, but I'm looking forward to work with open-minded, deep souls, musicians and producers, so I can make the music that I want to do. Because musicians, there's a lot of musicians and really good, but I need to work and collaborate with people who really feel deeply everything like me, because it's not the same thing, and I really need that help.
So you're trying to build a team now.
B?
You're building a team.
18, yeah, 18.
So one reason why you're traveling around Europe now?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I'm going to feel the energy. Now I'm going to go there
Right.
to catch. But also I write. I love to write. And I have just 2 chapters of To Beautiful's Eyes. Beautiful is, I call beautiful, I baptize her as beautiful. And beautiful is not because beautiful outside. Just, I don't know. I had a regression therapy some years ago, and I call her beautiful, that divine feminine that I saw coming out of my mind, out of my, not my mind, my soul, my body. And is just my higher self, the higher version of me, just the same thing, just pure, more pure. And it was that every beautiful message that I have is like channeled by her, by me, from her to the rest of the world. So I call these chapters Through Beautiful's Eyes, and are just events that I've lived, experienced, and the things that I've learned from that, and getting the message and giving the message to the world.
Wow. Okay.
So I love to write too. I love that.
Nice.
I usually write every day.
And did you teach this yourself, or did you go through did you take any courses, or are you inspired?
When I used to be in the school, since then, in the university too, and then I was very good at philosophy and all that kind of stuff, and then, but yeah, music is the most important thing, and dancing is. I need to take that back into my life.
Right.
It is just that procrastination.
Okay, take back. But did you lose it for a while, or?
Yes, I lose it. I
Hmm.
lose it because I was like trying to. No, this is not sounding as I want. No, it's not a hit. It must be like the hook. It doesn't hook me. Like it must be catchy, and if
Mhm.
it's not, no, I don't want to release it. Like all that kind of things that the ego says, no, you're not enough because good enough because society again is like push you to be something else, something different than you are already, and so that's why but I need to be back more.
Right. Okay. For everybody who's watching right now live, before we go back to our guests, you can comment on our YouTube page if you have any questions for our guests, of course. And very soon we'll be also announcing who won the 2 tickets for Louis C.K. on Monday. So
Wow.
stay tuned. Now, Nino. So,
So,
hey, how's it going? You have to know we went to after party last night
Hmm.
after the presentation of the movie.
yeah, I'm
So-
still trying to recover.
Ergo, the sunglasses. So-
Hangover.
I'm fine actually. Everybody around me was kind of
Mm.
not so happy this morning, but I got the specific alcohol genes or something. But so okay, what's next for your movie then? Now you screened it, you brought it to Rome, to Italy for the first time.
Yeah,
Um,
in Europe.
Europe, okay.
So I
What's next?
next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think of it, the film will be shown on a double screening
Mm-hmm.
in a cinema in Narni, Umbria,
Right.
at Mario Monicelli Cinema in city center in
Hmm.
Narni. So whoever is interested, welcome, because there's a 2 versions: the Italian version, like it subtitled in Italian,
Mhm.
or the English version. I
Okay.
don't remember the exact times.
Mhm.
But whoever is interested can actually look up at maybe the Facebook page of my film,
Okay.
which is called Ndoto Yasamira. It's a bit difficult title to remember.
Well, look, after this
But anyway,
podcast,
you
we'll
know-
add it to the description
yeah,
once we find out the
because
exact. Right.
and then there's the film is actually gonna be in Cannes,
Canis?
Wow. Okay.
in May.
Hmm.
It's selected. It's one of the African
Okay.
films.
Oh,
part
wow,
of,
okay.
Part of this marché, which
Mhm.
means market.
Right.
It's not the official selection, but it's going to be screened part of an official list of African films released this year.
Mm.
Amazing.
And before that, I'll be traveling again to Dar es Salaam from mid-February, for 4 or 5 screenings
Mhm.
organized by Alliance Française,
Okay.
the French Institute of Culture.
Mhm.
That they heard of my film, they invited me over with the with the with the Italian embassy.
Right.
I will be touring again, and while I'm there, actually, I'm gonna try to strike a deal with the cinema distribution.
Nice.
There's a lot of possibilities for
Mm.
this film. There's
I think
I
it
can't-
strikes
Netflix
a
is
nerve.
possible? Netflix?
We'll see.
We talked about it actually a few days ago. Remember?
Yeah,
Netflix
I
is,
don't know how to count it. I'm not a good distributor, so I don't know.
But you can get someone who knows about that. I remember that for my movie, the movie I was, it's called Still Waters Run Deep, and I know that you have to have kind of some quality, a
Mhm.
specific quality to just be there and then
Mhm.
pay, and then it's like, but you can get
I
someone.
have to look into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I haven't.
I think you can be perfect if you're going to be in Africa and here and there. Probably.
Why not?
Why
Right.
not?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll add
So I
some.
look forward to there's a lot more to come for this film.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
know, and don't forget I can actually do a French version,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of in France. There's a huge African community. We're talking about West Africa, French-speaking countries.
Right.
Plus, I look forward to screen the film in the States.
Mm.
You
Did you
know.
screened in Ireland already?
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet. So it's for the next 12, 18 months, I
You'll be busy.
imagine to share this film.
Right.
And I'll finally release all my my stress,
Great. Well, good luck.
and I transform it into happiness.
Yeah, the pursuit to happiness.
Exactly. Oh, you mean
All right, so the website, if you maybe want to repeat it again, we're gonna add it properly as a description under the video. But what's the website again for the movie that Samira?
it's the Facebook page. I don't have the
Facebook
website
page,
yet.
okay.
Yeah, Ndoto ya Samira.
Doto Ya Samira. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll definitely put that link in the description.
Please.
because-
Yeah. Nino Tropiano.
Right. All right. So what about your projects? Where can people check out your stuff? You have social media, you said, so I
Yeah.
suppose they can check that out.
Yeah, Grace Guzman in Instagram. I'm
Grace.
like
Sorry.
Grace
Yeah.
Guz with Z.
Okay, so
Guzman.
in Italian it's Guzman, Guzman. In English,
Guzman.
Guzman.
With a T or just Z?
G
G-U.
G-U-Z-M-A-N.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll also add the links under the description then, so
I
it's
am
easy for
Grace
people
Guzman.
to find.
Okay.
Nice.
And Instagram and Facebook, I'm Grace Guzman.
Mm. So people just follow that and get all the
Okay.
information of
And
what you're up
Twitter, soy Grace Guzman.
Nice. All right.
On YouTube, Grace Guzman, and I'm going.
You're very coherent with your branding. Very nice. I like
yes,
that.
actually, we used to call each one Soy Grace Guzman until a few days that I have changed.
Mm.
So now it's different. So I'm working on it because
Nice.
must should be the same with the same photo everywhere, so people can relate.
Nice.
That.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's great. Well, before we wrap up, I think people have been waiting for the winner of 2 tickets for Louis C.K. on Monday. So let's see. The winner is, ladies and gentlemen, Rocco Pileggi. 2 tickets for you. We'll get in touch with you and we'll get the tickets to you on time. And yeah, well, Peter,
Still here.
still there? Did we forget anything?
I think that's it. I was really happy with the show today.
I think you got a wrap.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to our guests for coming here all the way
Thank
to
you
the
so much.
studios in Trastevere. Much success with your projects. I think you should definitely check them out. We'll add the links in the future. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platform, then please subscribe as well and leave a 5-star review. That really helps us. Well, enjoy your rest of the day, everybody. Take care.